Hi Dangal, greetings. I'm AGUILAN Christopher from 2BS ITA. And today, I'm gonna discuss this main method to our research prelim project. So, this is the main method and we need to import Java utilities, mga scanner, mga array list. And the array list is storage siya ng mga data. Hindi siya katulad ng database na kahit i-close mo yung program is nagre-remain yung mga data ni user, na in-input ni user. So, si array list, yes, dynamic siya pero hindi siya yung database na nagre-remain yung data. So, scanner para sa user input and the array list para dito natin i-store yung toy objects. So, dito variables for menu control and toy properties. So, nag-initialize tayo ng mga kailangan natin sa ating program. So, sa menu choice kasi may menu kami para makapili si user if mag-add siya, magse-search, ganito, ganyan, mag-filter. So, string name, sa string is nandun yung toy name, toy condition, toy manufacturer. So, understandable naman kasi itong mga to is string. So, string siya sa mga name, condition. Kasi sa condition, mag-input si user kasi mag-accept si user ng mag-accept si program ng used, republish, or ganito ganyan na ang value niya is naka-string kasi para sa filtering. So sa double is yes, sa toy length, toy width, toy height, and toy weight. So understandable naman the double. So para na-handle din yung decimal. Kasi minsan sa mga width, sa mga size, kailangan ng decimal. So boolean is battery operated, some features. So ito yung mga nasa parang scenario. So dito si user is kailangan ng, kaya boolean siya is para true or false siya na ang ginawa namin is yes or no. So dito the main program is nag-do while kami para maglo-loop lang siya hanggang maka-input si user ng choice na not equal to 6. So yes. So try catch, error handling. So dito nag-initialize kami ng toy ID 0 para kasi wala namang ID na 0. So kaya nag-initialize ako ng 0. So dito error handling, try catch, using try catch, integer parse int, input scanner. So integer lang in-accept niya. So dito must be positive number kasi less than or equal to 0 para positive number yung ano niya. So dito nag-check din kami if the ID is found or na-duplicate. So initially so na false, assume na false, na wala. So nag-for each siya sa buong existing toy. So sa toy, ito yung toy dito na store. So ito yung dito nag-loop siya. So check niya if nag-get unique ID equals to toy ID. So unique ID ay yung ID ni toy. So pag may nakita siya, so yung duplicate ID na naka-false is magto-true. So if nag-true nga, ID already exists. So continue. So ayun. Etong catch naman is please enter valid number for ID, number format exception. So ito kapag si user is nag-try ng mag-enter ng string. So ito, enter the name of the toy, mag-consume sa next line. So condition selection loop. So ito yung condition ng toy na sinasabi ko kanina. So ginawa namin dito is input lang si user ng 1, 2, 3 para hindi siya mahirapan na i-type pa yung new use refurbish. So dito try catch ulit na si user ay kailangan lang mag-input ng integer. So kapag nag-false yun, so kapag hindi niya na-meet yun, so papasok siya sa number format exception, invalid input, please enter a number. So dito sa case is may value yung toy condition kasi mamaya sa filtering is importante yan. So pag nag-default, nag 0 or 4 pataas, nag-input si user. So ito yun. Dito na papasok yung default. So para siyang if else if lang. So while true, ulit-ulit lang ulit hanggang mag-true. Ito yung manufacturer of the toy, syempre, toy string lang din siya. So dito siya mag-store sa toy manufacturer. So kailangan natin yan mamaya para sa object storing. So dito do while ulit. So puro do while siya kasi para hanggang mag-true, ulit lang ng ulit. So ito simple validation lang na input ni user sa length is integer or double. Pero pwede integer kasi automatic naman siya magka-convert into double na magkakaroon ng decimal. So if kailangan dito i-positive number. If less than or equal to 0, continue. So ika-catch niya if nag-enter si user ng string. So same concept lang din sa length. Ganun din with validation, format validation or something error handling. So kailangan positive and kailangan integer. So same din sa height. So same din sa width. So same concept lang sila lahat. So kasi para sinama namin to kasi parang nakita ko doon is parang kailangan para makita natin kung ano size ng toy. So ito, get boolean feature inputs. So dito kailangan natin to. So may method ako dito na get boolean input. So dito siya sa baba. Dito lang is input validation lang din siya ulit. Helper method to get a yes or no input from the user. So dito do while ulit lang ulit hanggang mag true. So input to lowercase para case maano nyo yung case sensitivity. So if equals to yes or pwede mag-input sa user ng y, mag to true. So else if no and return to false. So ayun, please enter yes or no. So error handling din siya, validation. So ito dito nagtatanong si program, is the toy battery operated, yes or no? So parang lang din siyang ito pero naka row. So input scanner, so kailangan kasi ng input ni user na itong method na to is nasa loob nito yung tanong and also yung validation ay also yung input ni user. So dito add na tayo dito para ito yung method sa array list. Ay ito yung method ba? Yes, method o yes, method. Basta add na mag-add sa isang object sa new toy, sa toy inventory. So ito toy ID. So nakaano siya, nakahilera. So hindi siya pwedeng magkabaliktad kasi may iba yung value. Kunwari, si toy manufacturer napunta sa toy condition. So yung value ni toy manufacturer mapupunta sa toy condition. So mali na siya. Sa toy condition is nag-input tayo ng yes or no. I condition is new, use, or refurbish. So maging malayo. So toy manufacturer is string lang siya. Hindi siya yung toy condition. So kailangan ito is well aligned. So ayun lang para sa case 1.
So everyone, I am FRISCO, and for the case 2 of the program, it allows user to remove a toy from the inventory by entering its unique ID. It begins by displaying a formatted title in line 170 to indicate the current action. The program then prompts the user to input the unique ID of the toy they want to remove in line 172, reading it as a string and converting it into an integer in line 173. If the user enters a non-numeric value, a number formatted exception is shown, which is handled later in line 191 to 193 to prevent crashes and display an error message. Next, the program initializes two variables, toy found, a boolean flag to track whether the toy exists, and toy to remove, a reference to store the toy to be removed in line 174 to 175. It then iterates through the toy inventory using a for each loop in lines 177 to 183. If a toy's unique ID matches the entered ID, the program assigns the toy to remove set, sets toy from to true, and exits the loop early using break to avoid unnecessary iterations. After searching the inventory, the program checks whether toy found is true and toy to remove is not null in lines 185 to 189. If both conditions are met, the toy is removed from the inventory and a confirmation message is displayed in line 186 to 189. If the toy is not found, the program informs the user that no matching ID exists in line 189. Finally, a separator line is printed for readability in line 195 and break in line 196. Ensures the program exits this case and returns to the main menu.
Greetings everyone. Thank you for that, Ms. Mary FRISCO. And now I will discussing the switch statement case 3. So this will execute when the user select option 3 from the menu. And this will display a header that will indicate that all toys will be listed. We use if-else statement to check whether the toy inventory list is empty before attempting to display the toys. And if the toy is empty, it prints no toys to display. Otherwise, it enter the else block and it iterates through the list. For each loop, it iterates over the toy inventory and print each toy. And so this part will be the footer, and this will use break in order to exit the case tree and return to the main menu. And addition for that, we also add divider between toy entry for better readability. What else? I think that's all. And for the case 4, it will be reported to Miss Heidi Claire Pajardo. Thank you.
So greetings, my name is Heidi Claire FAJARDO, and now I'm going to explain case 4, which is the search toy section. So this Java code snippet is part of a switch statement, which allows users to search for a toy in the inventory. So it begins by this line of code, which is just a decorative header that will display or will let the user know that you are in the search toy section. Next, for these lines of code, it prompts the user to enter a toy name. The input is converted to lowercase to ensure case-insensitive searching. Next, a Boolean flag found is initialized as false, and the program iterates through the toy inventory list, checking if each toy's name converted to lowercase contains the user's search name, allowing for partial matches. So, if a match is found, the toy's details are printed along with the separator, and found is set to true. So for this line of code, after looping all of the toys, if no matches are found, a message is displayed which is no toys found with that name. Then for the last one, finally a closing line is printed for readability, and of course the break statement, which ensures that the program exits the case.
Hi, I'm Rosales, BRILLANTE, and I'm here to discuss the two left cases, which are the case 5 filter twice by condition and case 6 exit program. So, the program uses a do while loop to repeatedly display the menu until the user chooses to exit, as we have mentioned. So, now for case 5 filter twice by condition, the program starts by printing a visually structured menu with 3 twice condition to choose from, which are this. There are new, use, or refurbish options. So, this menu serves as the user interface for filtering twice based on condition. Next is for accepting the user input. So, the program prompts the user to enter a number from 1 to 3, which is here. Then, captures the input as a string and converts it to an integer. So, here. So, the input scanner, that next line, reads the user input as a string. And then the integer that parse in converts that string into an integer for comparison later. Now for the input validation in this part, if the user enters a non-numeric value such as letters or symbols, the program catches the exception using catch number format exception, which is this one, and it prints or displays invalid input. Please enter a number. Now for the processing the user choice, the program evaluates the integer input using a switch statement. So this one is the switch statement. So if the input is 1, selected condition is set to new. And same goes for case 2. If the user selected 2, it is set to use. And for case 3, it is set to refurbish. So if the input is not 1 to 3, it displays a valid choice, prints, please enter a number between 1 and 3. Now for the filtering and displaying toys, the program loops through the toy inventory list to find toys that match the selected condition. So this one. The program uses an enhanced for loop to traverse all toys. It compares the toy's condition to the selected condition using that equals ignore case.
So case insensitive ensures that even if a toy's condition is stored as capital new, sentence new, or new like small caps new, it will match correctly. So if a matching toy is found, it creates the toy's details using its .toString method. So this one. Each toy is then separated by a dashed line for readability. Now, for handling no matches, if the loop doesn't find any toys with the selected condition, this part of code ensures that the user knows the inventory status even when their search yields no result. Now, for returning to the main menu, after filtering, the program prints a divider line, which is this one. This creates a visual break before the main menu reappears. So lastly, for the case, we have case number 6 for exit program. So when the user select option 6, the program execute the following. So this one. This display a farewell message before exiting the loop. So this part closes the scanner object to free system resources.
Thank you for that, Ms. Eliza Grace Brillante. And now I will discuss the display menu option. So here, this will define the display menu method to show the main menu option, and this will print the title banner for the toy management system. Also, we add spacing for the structure for better readability, and it will be more friendly user. And here, the display option 1, which is add a toy, display option 2, remove a toy by ID, as you can see here. Display option 3, display all toys. Display option 4, search by toy name. Display 5, filter toys by condition. And lastly, the exit program. We add also the closing border for the menu. And here we will test it. As you can see, we choose 3, which is display all toys. I already list some toy or add some toy, and this is the result. And that's all. And let's try exit. For the next reporter, Miss Heidi Claire Fajardo. Thank you.
So greetings, my name is Heidi Fajardo, and now I'm going to explain this Java method, which is the getBoolean input. So it is a static helper function that prompts the user for a yes or no response and returns a corresponding Boolean value. It takes a scanner and SD object for input handling and a string prompt to display a custom message. So inside the do-while loop, the method repeatedly prompts the user until a valid input is received. The user's response is converted to lowercase for case-insensitive comparison. If the input is a yes or a y, the method returns true. If no or n, it returns false. If the input is invalid, it prints an error message, which is the please enter yes or no, and prompts the user again, ensuring proper input validation. The loop runs indefinitely until a valid response is provided, making it a robust user input handler.
Greetings. My name is King Humphrey Amandy, and I will discuss the class toy. First is the instance variable attributes, the private unique ID, private string name, private string manufacturer, and private string condition. The unique ID is for the unique identifier for each toy, and the name is served as the name of the toy. Manufacturer serves as the company that made the toy, and the condition is for to describe the toy's condition. Next is the private double, length, width, height, and weight. These serve as the physical dimension of the toy. Next is the private boolean, has battery operated, has sound feature, has voice recognition, has touch sensitive, and has interactive features. These serve as the specific feature for the toy. Next is for the constructor, the public toy, unique ID, string name, string condition, string manufacturer, double length, double width, double height, and double weight. Boolean is battery operated, and Boolean is sound features. Boolean is voice recognition. Boolean is touch sensitive, and Boolean is interactive feature. This constructor allows you to create a new toy object by passing values for all its properties. Next is the this.unique ID equal to unique ID, this name equal to name, and this condition equal to condition, this dot manufacturer equal to manufacturer, and this dot length equal to length, and so on. This keyword is used to assign the values from the constructor to the class instance variable. Next is the getter methods. This method allows to read access to the private attributes, the public get verified, and get name, get manufacturer, and get condition. It is used to retrieve the basic information about the toy. Next is the public double, get length, get width, get height, and get weight. This is used to retrieve the size and weight of the toy. Next is the public boolean is battery operated, has sound features, has voice recognition, is touch sensitive, has interactive features. This is used to check if the toy has special features. And lastly, the public void set condition. This method allows changing the condition of the toy. And that's all.
Okay, so greetings everyone. My name is Rosales, and I'll be continuing the discussion of the toy class, starting from the line 60 up until to the rest. So from line 60 up until 79, these are the setter methods, wherein it will set the values taken from the main class up until transferred to the toy class. So you can see here from line 60 to 63, in this case, it only accepts the double data type, while from line 65 to 77, it accepts the Boolean data type. Then this is in relation to the next method, which is the toString method. In this toString method, in this toy class, these are set of statements that are being turned into string data type, wherein it will be added to the details of the toys that are entered. So in this case, the battery status, the sound status, and anything of the details of the toy are entered here, wherein it will be turned into string, which is added into here. So this is basically the output display, wherein this will be displayed when it is called later on in the actual walkthrough or the actual execution of the program. So okay, so now let's move forward to the execution or the walkthrough of this program. So first, it will show the menu of the toy management system, numbered from 1 to 6. Basically, the menu here accepts integers. So for example, let's first add the toy. I entered 1, which is corresponding to the add the toy menu, wherein it will enable us to add the toy as the user. So enter a unique ID for the toy. So let's say just 1. So enter the name of the toy. I will pick Elmo. And then we're going to enter the condition of the toy. So let's say I will say it as a new toy. The toy is basically a new and mint condition. So enter the manufacturer of the toy. So let's say Sesame Street. And now we're going to the dimensions of the toy. So let's say it's 30 centimeters long. Then let's say 10 centimeters wide, and the height is also 30 centimeters. So that's an example. And the weight, around half a kilo, I guess. The weight will be around, I guess, 1 kilogram. I mean, it's only an example. So this is where the other details will be entered. So is the toy battery operated? Yes. Does the toy have sound features? Yes. Does the toy have voice recognition? No. Does the toy touch sensitive? No. Does the toy have interactive features? Yes. And now, as you can see, the confirmation message that it has been added, the toy has been added successfully to our management system. So now let's say we want to see all our entered toys. So we will pick number 3, which displays all the toys that has been entered into the system. And now, as you can see, it shows the detail of Elmo, the toy that we have just been added or entered into the system. So of course, it will be shown here. And now let's pick number 4, wherein it will search the toys by their name. So let's enter the name of the toy to search. let's say, of course, Elmo. And we're going to expect that it will show the toy that we have just been entered, which is Elmo. As you can see, it showed the toy details of Elmo. And now, let's filter toys by condition. So let's say we will search for or filter the displaying of toys by the used condition. So pick number 2. We are not going to expect anything to show because the toy that we have just been entered, which is Elmo, is just under the new condition. So as you can see, no toys found in used condition. So let's try selecting the new condition, which is number 1. And as you can see, it showed Elmo's details. And now, let's try removing the toy that we have just been entered into the system. So we'll pick from the menu, number 2. Now, enter the unique ID of the toy to remove. And remember the ID of the toy that we entered, which is number 1. So we'll pick 1. And as you can see, the confirmation message, it said that the toy has been removed. So when we try to display all our toys, no toys to display. And now, lastly, we'll pick the exit option, which is number 6. And thank you for using the toy management system. That is all. Thank you for listening.